Hello, this is Pastor Kelby. And for our class, we're to make sure that I turn in the correct assignment as I'm leading you guys through um, a spiritual formational discipline. This particular one, and I know I'm extremely backlit, my apologies, is one of my favorite. As you can see in the background, I'm trying to talk with with it on. Extremely loud a background can be, to the extent that it's probably difficult to understand what I'm saying due to what's going on in the background. And so it is in that space that I want to begin to talk to you about the spiritual formational practice of unplugging. So you must unplug, and unplugging is a extremely difficult thing for the generation that is now here and the one that is previous, because we have just figured out how to plug in, and there's so many apps and opportunities for us to escape from our day and our day-to-day lives, and to begin to pacify time instead of enjoying the world around us. So the practice of unplugging is to get off screens. I can't practice it with you because I'm on a screen right now talking to you, but I want to walk you through unplugging. So what you want to do after this time, we're going to pretend that you're not watching the screen, and that you are going to turn down or mute or put do not disturb on your cell phone. You're going to turn off your TV. And if you can, switch to audio specifically, and even turn away from your screen. I need you to begin to meditate as I speak on the Word of God. Do you know that in Ephesians, it says, speaking the truth in love, we will in all things grow up into Him who is the head, that is Christ. That is Ephesians 4:15. And as it scrolls across the screen and you're not even looking, you're just listening, what does it mean to speak the truth in love? Can you hear God's truth? Are you able to discern some truth that God has been trying to communicate to you that has been drowned out by your phone? You see, the truth may be uncomfortable. The truth about yourself that you're trying to hide through games and jokes and reels. This term called doom strolling, where you can zap 20, 30, 45 minutes, hours away, just scrolling, and you miss out on the life and the creation that God has given, the truth that He's trying to communicate about your life and your walk with Him. This, these are the truths that you can get from the practice of unplugging, where you can just listen to the word of God. Proverbs 15:18 says, a hot tempered person stirs up conflict, but the one who is patient calms quarrels. Just take a minute and consider, is there something online that you've posted because you're angry? Are you looking for something to be high tempered and triggered by so you can escape your own reality? Can you hear the voice of God? Can you be the calm in some of those situations that are facing you? Hmm. I wonder. I wonder what God is telling you right now. I wonder how God is speaking to you right now. What about the scripture in Exodus 32:24? So I told them, whoever has any gold jewelry, take it off. And they gave him the gold, and they threw it in the fire, and out came this calf. Have you created any idol gods? Has your phone become something that commands your attention? Are you craving it right now? Do you crave the distraction? Because the people were waiting for Moses to come down the mountain. But because they did not have the word of God so fast, they escaped to create their own God, sacrificing the gift of the plunder that God gave them over the Egyptians. Sacrificed it to create a God because they needed to distract themselves. How many times have you done this? You see, the point of unplugging is also the point of understanding that we serve a God that sits outside of time, space, and matter. Time is coming and time is fleeting. But we need to live in the moments that God has given us and see the glory of God. I often talk about how I'm so glad that Moses didn't have a cell phone, or he would have missed the presence of God in the burning bush. He'd been too busy doom scrolling or texting. How often do we miss God's miraculous that he hides in the mundane because we're too busy trying to distract ourselves from our own reality? The spiritual formational practice of unplugging helps us to deal with ourselves and who we really are, and the thoughts that really haunt us, and the things should be surrendering to God. I pray this is a good leading for you, and this is kind of what you needed from this assignment. I really enjoy unplugging. It's part of my rule of life. God bless you. God bless you real good.